We're here at Your Pie Lee Vista. Thank you, Eric, for hosting Testimonial Tuesday this month. And then I'm Dennis Farr from Kaiser University. Kaiser University is pleased to sponsor the Testimonial Tuesday. We're promoting our Scare Fair. So come check us out at the Scare Fair. It's Wednesday, October 30th. Come join us for a spectacular fun night at Kaiser University Wednesday, October 30th. Again, I'm here with and then before I forget, we have a lot going on. So we have Testimonial Tuesday, and then Eric is also hosting our Feast in the East. So, I'm sorry, he's been to our Feast in the East, but we're the Great Lunch Adventures. So there's too many food-related topics that we have. So Great Lunch Adventures later today. Join us at Your Pie Lee Vista, 12:30 today for Great Lunch Adventures. We'll get to Feast in the East later. But again, here with Eric Corbett from Your Pie Lee Vista. Eric, so for those of us who don't know about Your Pie, tell us about Your Pie.
How you doing, everybody? My name is Eric. All right, so Your Pie Pizza is a fast casual dining experience. It's like the Subway for pizza. So it's down the line. You get to pick and choose what you want, whether you want all vegetables, meats. You kind of go and create your own pizza. It's brick oven fired, so it's fresh, made in front of you, fresh ingredients. You won't be disappointed.
Then location-wise, I said Lee Vista. So for me, and again, I think you joined the chamber, and I mapped. I go, you're right down the street from Kaiser. So Kaiser's at Lake Underhill and Cimarron. So how do you describe where you're located for people who haven't been here before?
So if you haven't been here before, we are right outside the Orlando International Airport. We are located next to the Epic Movie Theater in the Lee Vista Shopping Center.
Yeah, and then we have also a couple other members here with Rock and Brews, and you're right next door to Marlowe's Tavern.
Yep, Marlowe's Tavern.
Yeah, so a lot of our other restaurant friends here in Lee Vista. So and then with the airport, do you get a lot of business with that? How does that go?
So we do. It's a hit or miss. If the airport's busy, we're busy. If the airport's slow, we can see a transition in the slower seasons. I think September is a slow travel month for Orlando as it is with the airport. So you see a lot of restaurants. That's why you have Magical Dining that comes in September to kind of bring the community back out into the the hospitality, food and hospitality industry.
So, are you participating in Magical Dining? Are you participating in any events like that?
So we don't participate in the Magical Dining. We're not really scaled for that type of operation for that.
Then are you running any other promotions?
So we do. We run a lunch special during the day. So it's one sauce, one cheese, two toppings, and a drink for $11. And then we do a family meal deal that is a 14-inch cheese pizza, a 14-inch two-topping pizza, and cheese sticks for $29.99. And so that's all day, every day throughout the week.
And then you talk about make your own. Again, I've been here before. It's great. You see the toppings. You kind of pick out what you want. There's a certain amount of pressure to that, though, too. So do you have preset pizzas if you don't know what to get on the pizza?
Yeah, so we do. We have our 7 signature series pizzas that you can choose from. We got a big picture board up on the wall that you can pick and choose and eat with your eyes if you like. For those that can't decide, your classic cheese pizza, pepperoni is always a good way to go.
And then there are a lot of dietary needs lately. So do you have any special crust to accommodate those or any other things that accommodate the needs?
We do. So we do have a gluten-free pizza. If you have a gluten allergy, we make everything in the back separate so there's no cross-contamination. We have a keto cauliflower for those that are trying to watch their macros and everything that they're eating. And then our regular dough is the best around.
Okay. And so we're talking a lot about pizza. So what about appetizers? If they want something else, if they want let's say if they don't want pizza, what other options do you have?
So you can build your own salad, you can build your own pasta. We have wings you can choose from. For desserts, we have brownies, cookies, gelato, chips. So we have a variety of different options you can choose from to eat.
And then when we talk about wings, are there any special sauces or dips?
So we have right now we have our signature series Ultimate Ranch Wings. And then we have our classic buffalo, barbecue, lemon pepper, and just our regular plain roasted wings.
What's your favorite?
I'm a ranch guy. I like the ranch wings. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Good. And so a lot. If you come in for pizza or I mean just an appetizer or salad or something like that. So a drink. So do you just have soft drinks or what drink options?
So we have a beverage of Coke products. We have 8 different Coke products to choose from. We have sparkling water. We have regular water, Dasani water. We have juice boxes for kids. We have milk for kids. We have several different options to choose from, as well as beer and wine. So we have 8 different beers on draft, 4 different wines to choose from, some seltzers to choose from. So we have a good selection of beverages for everyone to choose from.
Yeah, I usually, again, you're right down the street from my office. I'm usually come here during my work day, so I can't always indulge in those adult beverages, but
right.
You have some other nice stuff there. You talked about a gelato. So do you have the gelato? Do you have what are your typical flavors, and then do you rotate any flavors in for that?
We do. So we have 6 flavors that we keep out on display at all times. So our regular ones that we have is birthday cake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. We have 2 other flavors that we can rotate in and out as the week goes, depending on what the season is or what everyone kind of wants.
So what flavors? What are the flavors now?
Right now we have raspberry cheesecake and mint chocolate chip.
Okay. So so I'm trying to. I always talk about the Dorothy note story. So I'm trying to. So she wrote strawberry and chocolate to die for. So is that a name, or is that is she just saying that?
No, so you can mix and match your gelato as well. So she likes to get the strawberry and the chocolate together. So,
and that is to die
that's
for.
That's to die for.
Correct. Maybe you should rebrand as the strawberry and chocolate to die for.
Yeah.
So and then so we talked about chamber events. So you're hosting the Great Lunch Adventure today.
Yep.
12:30. You've participated in the Feast in the East.
Yep.
And the Business Expo. So was this your first Feast in the East this year?
No, so we did our first Feast in the East last year at the Avalon, which we weren't open for too long before we did it. So it was a lot of learning curves and learning experience for us. So this year we'll be better prepared, more options to choose from, and to get out there.
That's what I've heard from every restaurant. So we appreciate you doing it. And I think all the restaurants like to keep a surprise of what they're planning for next year.
Yeah.
But you have some good things in mind for next year.
There'd be a good selections to choose from. Everyone's a piece of the pie. So.
And then there was definitely a pun intended there. So, and then with that. And unfortunately, I love Feast Days. I think it's a great event. I think the past couple of years I haven't been able to go, but then from the years that I have gone, I remember, and like you said, it's like the first time you go and you realize, hey, you have your pizza. I know they do signature cocktails, but again, you have beer and wine, so you can't do the cocktail.
No.
Were you able to do? Did they do a dessert also? Were you able to do a dessert?
So last year we did brownies. Okay. We didn't quite have the setup to transport gelato. Obviously, you got to keep that cold and frozen. But we're working on that this year to get that set up for everything.
Okay. So you obviously support a lot of local businesses. And then we talked about beer, and that's what I always like, local brews. So are there any local breweries that you support?
So we do a lot with Ivanhoe Park Brewing. Okay. So we carry a couple of their beers on draft seasonal throughout the year. The biggest one that we have is our Ivanhoe Joyland. That does really well for us. And then we've partnered with a couple other local breweries throughout the years, and put their beers on and tried them. So
good. So again, I personally appreciate that. I always like to try local brews, and then particularly with the airport right here, people traveling in, they go, it's like, oh, you have a local brew, something they can't get at home.
Exactly.
So East, and then Business Expo. What did you do with the Business Expo this year?
So the Business Expo, luckily for us, it's right across the street. So we were able to run pizzas back and forth consistently. But we had a bunch of fun giveaways, a spinning wheel to try out for people to win, gifts and everything. And then of course, we gave out a bunch of pizza that day. I think all in all it was like 30 large pizzas we gave out throughout that day.
I'm sorry I missed you. I was helping out with the Business Expo, and then I had my table, and then I didn't have people from guys relieving me. So it was like I was stuck there. And again, there's a lot of great food there, so I was able to sample some of it. But I'm sorry I missed you.
No, we were busy. It's as quick as it came, as quick as it went. So
and then obviously you host also the Lee Vista Coffee Club. So third Thursday every month.
Yeah, third Thursday every month, starting at 8 o'clock. If you haven't been yet, it's a great opportunity to come network and meet some pizza or meet some people. Meet some pizza. We do.
But you have had pizza here before.
Yeah, so I do. I usually at the end of the meeting, I usually make a couple pizzas for everyone to try out. You know, figure you guys are here, might as well try the goods, right?
Yeah, we appreciate that. So I'm a little partial to the coffee club downtown, but Lee Vista does a good job too. And again, host wise, we appreciate you hosting, and we take over the whole restaurant for coffee club. So we appreciate that. So so we talked about supporting local businesses. How else do you support the local community? So
we do a lot. We sponsor Barber Park Soccer Club. So we're on their jerseys. We do a lot with all the local schools around us. We partnered with the OCPS School Foundation. So we do a lot with them. We actually have a golf tournament on the 18th that we are a flagpole sponsor with. So we raise a lot of money for the schools. We do a lot of spirit nights with all the local schools around us. So if you are in the Lee Vista area and you want to have a spirit night, feel free to hit me up and we'll gladly help take care of you guys and get something going for you. We've also partnered with the Orlando Solar Bears. So we're the Orlando Solar Bears pizza sponsor for the next 3 seasons. So we got a lot of fun things we're working on with that.
Good. And so spirit night, it's people are not familiar with Spirit Nights. What do you do for that?
So Spirit Night is you can have a club or an organization. We've done them for separate sports clubs that are not affiliated with schools as well, where you can come raise money. As long as you help promote with your parents and get your students involved or your kids involved to come to the restaurant. Everything from our net sales made from that day, from in-store only, we give 10% back to the sporting event or whatever group that it is that's coming in to have a Spirit Night.
Well, thank you for doing that. We appreciate it. So I saw some of your team members come in. So how are you doing with hiring? Are you looking for anybody? Do you have any job openings?
We're always the hiring pool is always open. Okay. As quick as they come, as quick as they go. We take very good care of our staff here. So we have a lot of people that have been working here for over a year that started with us when we first opened. But there's always room for improvement. So we're always accepting applications and trying out new people.
And then. Do you have specific roles here at the restaurant, or does everyone kind of do everything around the restaurant?
So everyone's a jack of all trades. So you get trained in every department in the restaurant. That way you cross-trained on every aspect that we have. So there's not one person that can only do one thing. It's everybody can do everything in the restaurant.
Kind of going backwards now. So your pie. So was this a concept you came up with? How did you discover Your Pie? Is it the only location? Tell us about that.
It's not. So Your Pie was founded in 2008 in Athens, Georgia by the founder, Drew French. He was at the University of Georgia.
We won't hold that against them.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was in the military, I was stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia for 7 years. There was a Your Pie pizza downtown there that I used to eat at all the time. And it's kind of funny how I got into it. Never worked in industry before in my life, in the food industry. When I got out of the military, I was doing contract work for the government. So I was gone a lot overseas. Figured I'd try something out that was more local and I could stay home more, not knowing that this is going to take up the majority of my life being here, but I love pizza. So, it's a great place to be. Figured I'd try my shot at it, and here we are. We're going strong, coming up on 2 years in January. So
why did you pick Your Pie?
I had a couple of different options I was looking through. I was going through like a bakery, a couple of different franchises. I really like the model of Your Pie. Pizza. Who doesn't love pizza? It's a great comfort food. And it just kind of fell into my lap.
And then you talked about your military service, so thank you for your service. So tell us a little more about that, and then you do advertise yourself as a veteran-owned business.
Yep.
So tell us about your military experience, and what does it mean to you to be a veteran-owned business?
It means a lot because I take a lot of pride in what I have to offer. I like everything to be done the right way. I did 8 years in the Army. I was in the infantry from 2008 to 2016. And then I did government contract and worked after that. Best job I ever had.
Yeah, but thank you again for that. And then the in your deployments and also your contract work, what was your favorite place to go?
Oh man, the list is long. I wouldn't say there was one specific favorite place, but it was more of the camaraderie I had with my guys. It was always hanging out with your friends all day long, just doing cool stuff.
Yeah, I have an Army guy that works with me, and he's like, that's a great way to travel the world.
Yep.
But both of his wives were German, so his heart's close to Germany. So
yeah, unfortunately, I never had any of the luxuries of being stationed anywhere cool overseas. They were always different environments.
Okay.
So
and then you talked about Georgia. What brought you down to Central Florida?
Well, I was born and raised here. I went to school, Boone High School. Went to Walker Middle School and Weingart Elementary. Graduated in 2005. Was living in Georgia. Liked the beach. I had to come back home to Orlando so I'd be closer to the beach, to my family, and here we are.
Good. Well, we're glad you came back home. You brought Your Pie with us.
Right. Yeah.
I know you talked about Your Pie coming out of Georgia. Are there any other locations in Florida for you?
So there are 4 locations in Florida right now. So there's the one in Orlando, Melbourne, Jacksonville, and then Fleming Island. There's one more opening up in Daytona Beach that should be open, I believe, in the beginning of 2025.
Okay, that's exciting. So we're getting more of Your Pie. So if you enjoy what's here in Orlando, at least there's other locations as you're going around the state. So so I'm trying to think of all the things we talked about. Is there, before I forget, is there anything we didn't hit on that you want to make sure we talk about today?
Not that I can think of right now.
Okay. So do you have any expansion plans for Your Pie?
So we do. We are looking to expand here. We're actually looking at a location right now out towards the Avalon Park area. So we're hoping to try and finalize some things coming up in the next couple of months and then get some groundbreaking movement going on that.
So you're looking at multiple locations of Your Pie here in Orlando, or
well, that's the plan. I like to take over Orlando.
Good. We're and then you're still part of the East Orlando Chamber coverage area, so maybe we'll have Your Pie in every area, and then we could do coffee clubs at all the different Your Pie locations.
That'd be something to look forward to. Yeah.
See, so at Kaiser, we host a lot of events, and obviously we have things for our faculty and staff. So do you provide any catering for the local businesses?
We do. We do a lot of catering. We actually got 2 large catering orders right now that we're working on this morning. You can either go direct through us for the catering, or you can go through, we're on Relish, we're on Easy Cater. Going through us directly is more beneficial for both parties to do that. We also do mobile catering, so we can pop up a tent wherever your event is and make pizzas on site right there for you. So we do that we've done that for several occasions. We've done that for schools, Barber Park Soccer Field. We actually have one this coming up Friday at the Cornerstone Charter Academy for their homecoming game. So if you have any interest in that, you can feel free to hit us up.
And then with that, I mean, obviously catering, we pay you to come out, you provide us the food. With those pop-ups, can you set up as a vendor and sell the pizza? Or?
Correct.
Okay,
yep.
Cool.
So we can pop up and set up as a vendor to sell pizza, pasta, salads, whatever it is that you guys would like to have there. At some of the events, we just mostly do pizza. It's a lot of kids events, and kids aren't too fan of salads. So
the pizza is always a big hit, but there's Dorothy knows Anne Marie on my team, and we always get pizza, and she's like, "No, that's fine." So, but so for the business catering, it's kind of nice to offer the salad and the pizza.
Yep.
And then for me, why is it beneficial for me if I'm ordering catering with you? Why is it better to go directly through you?
For pricing. Okay. So we can give you a better deal if you go directly with me. It's just like if you were to order off DoorDash or Uber Eats, anything you order off them, it's going to be marked up because they got to get their cut too. So if you go direct through us, go direct through any restaurant, you're going to get a better pricing, pay in-store prices compared to online prices.
And then the one thing I didn't even think of, pizza, you naturally think of delivery. So do you deliver them for catering? Do you deliver for that?
We can deliver. So if you at Kaiser were to order some pizza from us, we could deliver to you. But if you go through Relish or Uber Eats or DoorDash, whatever that is, they'll deliver it at a fee that you're going to pay. So.
Good. Well, I'm glad we talked about that. So we'll definitely have you out at Kaiser for our different events. Again, you're right down the street from us.
Right
so
down the street.
Driving to pick it up. A fun fact about me, I'm vegetarian in case you did not know. Do you provide vegetarian options? And then what would you recommend for me as a vegetarian option? So
we provide, lots of vegetarian options. We also provide vegan options. We have vegan cheese, vegan sausage. So that right there can be, if that's something you're interested in. And then we have all the vegetables. We have an abundance of fresh vegetables that you can pick and choose from to meet all your vegetarian needs.
Okay. So I'm trying to remember what I have gotten before. I mean, you kind of have the traditional vegetables as far as like the onions, mushrooms, peppers, things like that. But also you have like artichoke hearts, sun-dried tomatoes.
We have artichokes, sun-dried tomatoes, arugula, basil, cilantro, jalapenos, pickled jalapenos, banana peppers, bell peppers, spinach.
Yeah,
we get a lot.
And then I don't know if I realized that you had the vegan cheese and then and even the vegan sausage. That's something nice to get too. So, so we talked about business catering. Obviously, we're in football season. We have some Georgia Bulldog fans, but NFL. So for hosting the game at home, do you provide options for that?
So we do. We have, you can pick and choose. You can use the family meal deal to pick that. You can add wings. You can add breadsticks, garlic knots. Anything you need for a tailgate package, we have to do. So.
And then I see you have the TV monitors in here too. Do you ever play any games in here?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Of course. We have all the games on. We have NFL Red Zone. Big sports guy myself, so got to make sure that we have football going whenever it's on.
So you're a Florida native, spent some time in Georgia. Yep. So who are your teams?
So I like UCF. Okay. I'm a big Bucks fan. I like the Tampa Bay Lightning, Tampa Bay Rays. So
I saw the Ultima Ranch wings.
So it's the Ultimate Ranch. Yeah, it's the Ultimate Ranch wings. It'd be Ultimate Ranch. Yeah. But so those are our limited time offers right now. So that'll be here for the next couple months.
So and then you said the ranch wings were your favorite.
Yeah.
So is this the Ultimate Ranch wings? Are those different than the ranch wings?
So these are the same ones. Okay. It's got ranch seasoning powder on it, like that. It's mixed in and breaded in that. And then you can drizzle the ranch on top of them afterwards if you want. We also have our Philly cheesesteak pizza right now that we're offering, which is really good. It's our best seller right now. So
Philly cheesesteak. So is it what you think of as a Philly cheesesteak? So tell us about that.
Correct.
What do you do?
It's exactly what you think it is. Okay. Philly cheesesteak. So you got your cheesesteak meat on top. Your steak. Then your mushrooms, peppers, onions, pepper peppers. It's good.
Try it after this. All I'm thinking is Cheese Whiz, but also they do different cheeses on. Yeah. So talking about cheeses. So is it a mozzarella cheese on there? And then what cheese? We talked about the vegan cheese.
Yeah, so we do a mozzarella cheese on it, and then it's sprinkled on top with Parmesan cheese afterwards. Okay. So.
And then do you have other cheese options if I'm interested?
So we have 6 different cheese options. We have our regular mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, vegan cheese, feta cheese, Parmesan cheese, and then ricotta.
Yeah, you do have more cheese options than I realized. So a lot of different cheese options. So you got your cheesesteak pizza, you got your Ultimate, not to be confused with Ultima Ranch wings, but those are Eric's favorites, so definitely come check those out. And then I saw something with kids eat free on Monday nights.
So something. So kids free 7 with the of an adult. 1 kids cheese pizza with every adult entree purchase.
You can't beat that deal. So
can't beat that.
A lot of options with the family. You have the family packages for something to go home. But if you come into the restaurant, then kids eat free. Do they have to be in the restaurant?
Yep, that's in store only. Okay. It's one one per family with the purchase of adult entrees. So if you have 2 kids, you got to purchase 2 adult entrees to get.
Okay, so you could do the 2 deals.
You could,
as long as you get the 2 adult meals.
Yeah, correct.
You get the 2 kids meals. Good. So so we talked about catering. We talked about the game day. Then if you come in the restaurant, there's lots of options, things to take home.
Yep.
And then all the things you do with the chamber. So be on the lookout next Feast in the East.
That's right.
And every restaurant I've spoken to, they're like, next time I know. So,
Yeah.
So it's like you don't necessarily know what you're in for the first time.
Correct.
But it is difficult to do everything on site. But which I'm sure you had great options. But a lot of the restaurants have a lot of different great options for the food. Are you going to compete for desserts again? Or are you going to, unfortunately, or are you going to figure out ways to get the gelato there? For the win?
We'll figure out ways. I got something up my sleeve that I'm working on.
Okay.
I can't give you too much information.
Exactly. Because your pie's in it to win it next year for Feast in the East.
Everything. I like to win. So.
Okay. I like that. Business Expo, I'm sorry I missed your pizza this year. I'll make sure to find you next year. So, and again, it's fresh. It's right across the street.
That's it.
So
That's it.
You're as close as you could get for the Business Expo. And then every third Thursday of the month, come here to check out. And I spoke with you last month. Kaiser's going to be doing a murder mystery here.
Yep.
So when you see the crime scene tape, it's just a fictitious scene. Everything is safe here at Your Pie. So the so Dorothy, bring your mini freezer, which I don't know if that's a note for me or a note for Eric.
That was for me. I don't think you have a mini freezer on standby.
But for the gelato, and it's like one of my favorite gelato places in Oviedo. They don't have any gelato anymore. Their freezer was broken. So yes. So it's hard to come by gelato. So it's a nice treat.
We've got it. We have the gluten-free options gelato too. So
see, this is why we keep on talking, because we come up with other stuff. So if you don't think you can get the gelato, they have gluten-free options for gelato. We talked about the vegan cheese.
Yeah.
So even I assume lactose intolerant, there's no lactose in vegan cheese.
Correct.
You also have the vegan sausage. So if you're vegetarian or vegan, lots of veggie options. Gluten-free, you have the gluten-free crust. A lot of different options to check out. So now it's at the point where I'm afraid we're going to run out of time. So we have a few more minutes. So again, we're here today at Your Pie for Testimonial Tuesday. We have the other interviews coming up later today. Don't forget to join us later today for Great Lunch Adventure.
Yep.
So Great Lunch Adventure, 12:30 at Your Pie, Lee Vista, and right by Epic Theater. So come by and join us for that. And the third Thursday of the month, we'll come out for the Coffee Club. And Kaiser will have the crime scene set up here for the Coffee Club. And don't forget again, Kaiser's happy to sponsor we're sponsoring Testimonial Tuesday for our Scare Fair October 30th. So again, Eric, thank you for hosting us today. Thank you for hosting all the Testimonial Tuesday, and thank you for hosting the Great Lunch Adventure. So again, your recommendations, definitely the ranch wings.
Yep.
I know that the cheesesteak is the special pizza. Any recommendations for pizza for people coming out for Great Lunch Adventure?
The option's yours. You have the ability to create your own. You can make the next best pizza in town with a couple selections. So.
Good. So we missing anything else, Dorothy? We're good. So 1 minute to go again. Thank you for joining us for Testimonial Tuesday, Your Pie, Lee Vista. We'll have our other interviews coming up, and then Great Lunch Adventure today. Come and join us at Your Pie at 12:30 today at Your Pie, Lee